Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're going to see the final game of a four-game series between the Cubs and Padres in San Diego. Cubs have lost two of the first three games, and in those two losses they have really struggled to score runs. Let's hope the Cubs can turn that around today. Coming in at 23 and 24, 4.5 games behind the division-leading Reds. John Lester is going to be the starter for the Cubs today. He has been hanging out in the high-altitude mountains. He is very cold. Lester making start number 9. He is 1-6 with a 6.80 ERA, a 161 WHIP. Chris Paddock will be the starter for the Padres. He comes in making start number 10 at 3-1, 3.27 ERA, 0.96 WHIP. Paddock, to say that he's hot is probably a bit of an understatement. He's basically the surface of the sun right now. The Cubs are going to have Danny Santana playing first and leading off in this game, Fletcher at second, Bryant at third, Baez at short, Contreras, Happ. Contreras, I think, is catching Lester for the first time this year. Happ, Hayward, Nakamura will be the Cubs lineup today. It is 73 degrees, wind blowing left to right at 6 mph. And let's get this game underway. Santana will stand in the left side against the righty Paddock. Santana, the switch hitter, is going to lead off this game for the Cubs. Padres come in at 24 and 22, while the Cubs are at 23 and 24. Paddock looking for the sign, and here is the pitch. That is going to be a clean single into right field for Santana. Santana leads off the game for the Cubs' very first pitch with a single. And Fletcher now the batter with nobody out, runner on first. 1 strike count to Fletcher. Fletcher hits it on the ground. Second baseman dives, but his only play is to first base. Santana advances to second on the fielder's choice, and now Bryant will bat with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. First pitch to Bryant. Everybody's swinging at the first pitch today. Bryant knocks one into left field. That is going to be an RBI single for Bryant as Santana slides home safely. And the Cubs now have taken a 1-0 lead. Baez, the batter, he is coming up with 1 out. Bryant standing on first. First pitch to Baez. Hit hard to center field. That is going to be playable. The center fielder comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. Contreras now. Paddock has literally faced, this is the 5th batter he's faced, and he's only thrown 5 pitches. Unbelievable. Contreras coming up. Here's a 2-2 count, and Contreras strikes out swinging. I think Contreras saw just as many strikes as the first 4 batters did. Well, the Cubs do take the 1-0 lead in the top of the first. We go to the Padres half of the first. Lester on the mound. He will face Will Myers. Now, San Diego has a pretty big ballpark. If Lester's going to be successful, he's got to not allow the gopher ball. And I believe the dimensions here at San Diego are going to be conducive to that, provided that the outfielders can run them all down. Full count now to Myers. Here comes the pitch. That is a walk. That is ball 4, and Will Myers heads down to first. Profar now the batter. Nobody out, runner on first. 1-2 pitch to Profar. Grounder to first. Santana has it. Throws to second. Well, Baez was not able to make the play. Santana actually throws that ball out into left field. Cubs thought they had a double play there, and instead the error allows there to be runners on first and second and nobody out. Tatis now the batter. He steps in, and he hits it very high and very hard out to left center field, and the ballpark cannot hold that one. 454 feet. to left center field. That would have been a home run in any part of any ballpark in either league. So the Padres now have taken a 3-1 lead, and Machado will be the next batter. 2-1 pitch to Machado. That is popped up on the right side. Fletcher has it. That is out number 1 for the bottom of the 5th inning. Grisham now the batter, standing in against Lester. 1 ball count. Popped up to left. Tauschman coming in, and he makes the play. Oh, Happ, I'm sorry. Happ comes in. He's playing left today. That is out number 2. Hosmer will now bat with 2 outs, nobody on. And the first pitch from Lester. And that is hit hard to right center field. And again, that is going to be another home run. Eric Hosmer has just taken Lester yard. That is the 2nd home run he's allowed here in the 1st inning. 427 feet, and now San Diego has a 4-1 lead. The Padres have scored 4 runs on only 2 hits, but both of those hits were home runs. Markakis now the next batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 strike count to Markakis. Lester with the pitch. Hit hard. Hayward has it though. Straightaway right field, and that is out number 3. Padres score 4 times and take a 4-1 lead into the top of the 2nd inning. Paddock will be the pitcher against Happ here in the top of the 2nd. 2-1 pitch to Happ. That is hit hard to right center field. Happ got all of that one. The Cubs are not going quietly into the night here. That is now a 4-2 game. Happ just hit a solo shot to lead off the top of the 2nd inning. 425 feet for Ian Happ. Jason Hayward now the batter. Cubs trying to continue to mount a rally here. First pitch to Hayward. And Hayward hits it over the 2nd baseman's head into right field. He has a single. And that will bring up Almora with nobody out and a runner on first. Paddock with a 1-2 pitch to Almora. Almora swings and misses for strike 3. That'll be the first out of the inning for the Cubs. And now Lester will be allowed to bat for himself with 1 out. Hayward on first. I'm assuming we are going to see a sacrifice in this situation. Lester pops up the bunt right at the 3rd baseman Machado. He makes the catch for out number 2. So, a little bit of some lack of execution there by the Cubs, and now Santana will come up with 2 outs. The runner still standing on first. 0-2 pitch. Santana hits it up the middle. The shortstop has it. He runs to second. Hayward is retired for out number 3 on the fielder's choice. We go now to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cubs do score another run, making it 4-2. Francisco Mejia will be the next batter for the Padres. 3-0 count. And Lester misses way outside for ball 4. Mejia, I don't think he even contemplated swinging at that pitch. He takes his base on 4 straight balls, and now Paddock will be the next batter. First pitch to Paddock, and he pops up the bunt. Contreras jumps up and makes the catch for out number 1. Will Myers will now bat. He drew a walk his first time up. So Myers coming up with 1 out, 1 man on, 2-2 pitch. And Myers strikes out swinging. Lester gets his first strikeout of the game. And now we will see Profar with 2 outs and a runner on first. 3-1 pitch to Profar. Grounder to second. Fletcher has it. Throws to first. And that is going to retire the Padres in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We go to the top of the 3rd now. 4-2 Padre lead. Dave Fletcher will lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 3rd inning, trying to continue to cut into this Padre lead. That is going to be popped up to center field. The shortstop goes back. Tatis has it in short center field for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter with 1 out, nobody on, 1 strike count to Bryant. That'll be a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it again. This time he has to throw to first to record the out. Tatis does that successfully. And there are 2 outs and nobody on. Baez, the next batter. 1-1 pitch to Baez. Baez pops it up to second. And the second baseman, Profar, moves back onto the grass and puts it away for out number 3. Cubs are retired in order in the third. We go to the bottom of the third, 4-2 Padres. Lester coming up. He's going to face Tatis, Machado, and Grisham here in the Padres after the third inning. Full count pitch to Tatis. Here it comes. Way outside, ball 4. Lester has had some struggles with location in this game. That is his 3rd walk already, and he has not even recorded an out in the 3rd inning. Machado will bat next. 2-0 pitch to Machado. Grounder to second. Throw to short, the relay to first, and that is a 4-6-3 double play. Timely ground ball induced by Lester in that situation. And now there are 2 outs and nobody on. Grisham is the next batter. 2-2 pitch to Grisham. And he hits him. Lester continues. He throws inside to the lefties. He throws outside to the righties. He just seems to be off on that side of the plate with every pitch. So Grisham now heads down to first, and Hosmer is the next batter. 2 outs. First pitch to Hosmer. Ground ball. Lester has it. Bravely throws to first, and Lester retires the side on the ground out. We go to the top of the 4th inning, 4-2 Padre lead. Wilson Contreras will lead off for the Cubs. Contreras with the first pitch from Paddock. Ground ball to third. The throw to first is in time, and Contreras is retired for out number 1. Ian Happ will now bat from the left side against the righty Paddock. Paddock has only thrown 34 pitchers so far in this game. The Cubs really need to try to work the count against him a little more, I feel like. 2-2 pitched to Happ. Happ slaps it into right field beyond the diving Hosmer for a single. Happ gets on first, and now Hayward is the batter. Hayward will face Paddock with 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 count. Hayward hits another base hit. Happ rounds second, heading for third. The throw goes to third. Happ slides in. He is safe at third base. He goes from first to third on the Hayward single. The Cubs now have a little something going. We have first and third, nobody out. Now Almora is the next batter. Almora stands in with 1 out, trying to help get the Cubs back in this game. That is a weak ground ball to second. The throw goes to short. The shortstop covers second, throws to first, and the Cubs are suddenly retired. The promising inning turns into a twin killing, and suddenly we are going to the bottom of the 4th inning of a 4-2 Padre lead. Markakis now will be the next batter. Lester is coming out to pitch the 4th. He's got 53 pitches to his name. And a 2-2 count to Markakis. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is out number 1. And Mejia will be the next batter for the Padres. 0-2 pitch to Mejia. That is going to be a base hit into center field. That's going to drop in front of Almora. Almora gets it back in quickly and holds Mejia to a single. And now the Padres pitcher, Paddock, that's a lot of P's right there, is going to bat with 1 out, 1 man on. 1 strike count to Paddock. There's a bunt. Shaw has it. Throws to first. Oh, Santana has it. I'm sorry. Santana's playing first today. Throws to first to Fletcher covering, and that is a sacrifice. Mejia goes to second. 2 outs now, and Will Myers will be the batter. Will Myers with a 3-1 count. And he grounds to short. Baez over to Santana for out number 3. Well, the Padres get a base runner, but that base runner is stranded on second, and now the Cubs will come up in the top of the 5th inning, trailing 4-2. And Travis Shaw the lefty, will lead off. He is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot in the top of the 5th inning. Shaw will face Paddock, who is at 47 pitches through 4 innings work. 2-2 count from Paddock. Shaw hits it very hard to straightaway center field. That is over the center fielder's head. Shaw heading for second. He is going to slide in with a lead-off double. Grisham maybe misplayed that ball out in center field, let it get over his head and all the way to the wall. Santana will now be the batter. Runner on second, nobody out. Cubs trying to come back here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 pitch to Santana. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Paddock has 3 strikeouts on the day. David Fletcher will be the next batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 3-1 count to Fletcher. Here's the pitch. Fletcher hits it hard, but right at the third baseman. No chance for Shaw to advance on that play. And Bryant now is the batter. Bryant comes up. He represents the tying run. Shaw standing on second. 2 outs now, top of the 5th inning. 1-1 pitch, and Bryant is hit by the pitch. He is hit for the 5th time this season. He's going to head down to first and take his base, and now Baez will step in. First and second, 2 out, and Baez would sure be nice if he could deliver a big base hit in this situation. First pitch to Baez. Oh, and the ball gets away. That is a wild pitch, and the runners advance to second and third. Well, now Baez, with a base hit, could potentially drive in 2 runs. Now we have a 3-1 count to Baez, and he grounds weakly back to the pitcher. But Baez, hustling down first base, actually beats out the throw and allows the run to score. That was just pure effort on the part of Baez right there to beat out that slow roller and get first base on the infield single. The Cubs score another run. It is now 4-3 Padre lead. Bryant is on third, Baez on first, and Wilson Contreras will come up with 2 outs. First pitch to Contreras. That is going to go to center field, but a diving play by Grisham. Fabulous catch, and he retires the side. Grisham has robbed us countless times in this series of extra base hits. Well, the Cubs do score a run. They cut into the Padre lead. It is now 4-3. And the Cubs are going to bring in Alzolay as the relief pitcher to face the 2-3-4 batters in the Padres lineup in the bottom of the 5th inning. Alzolay, with a full count, looking for the sign, comes to the plate. That is ball 4, low and away. Alzolay walks the first batter that he faces here in the 5th inning. And Tatis will be the next batter, standing in with another full count pitch. And Alzolay misses outside again with ball 4. He has walked the first 2 batters he faced on full count fastballs. And now Machado stands in. Nobody out. First and second for the Cubs. Alzolay trying to wiggle his way out of a self-inflicted jam. 2-2 pitch, and Machado strikes out swinging on a pitch that was up and in. Nice pitch by Alzolay. He threw one where there was no way Machado could hit it, but he's got a swing and a miss. And now Grisham will bat. First and second and 1 out. 3-1 pitch to Grisham. And that is inside. That is ball 4. Alzolay has really struggled with the base on balls here in the 5th inning. Hosmer now stepping in. So on the positive side, the Cubs have a force at any base. However, there is 1 out. The bases are loaded. Hosmer steps up, trying to extend this 4-3 lead for the Padres. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch to Hosmer. That is a grounder to second. Fletcher has it. His only play is to go to first. That ball was just too slow getting out to second base. The run scores. It is now 5-3 Padres. And Alzolay is now going to work to Makakis. with second and third and 2 outs. 3-1 count to Markakis. Here's the pitch. Another grounder to second. Fletcher has it, throws to first, and that is going to retire the side. But, well, that could have been a lot worse than it was. Owsley issues 3 walks, only allows 1 run, and they go to the top of the 6th inning now of a 5-3 Padre lead. Paddock coming out with 72 pitches to work inning number 6, and Happ will be the leadoff batter. 1-1 count to Happ. Here's the pitch. Happ pops it up behind second base. The shortstop has it. He tracks it down for out number 1, and Jason Hayward will be the next batter. Hayward comes out with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Hayward. Hayward hits it high into left center field. That's going to be playable. That is out number 2 as Grisham puts it away. And Almora will be the next batter for the Cubs. 2 outs, nobody on. Almora stepping in. First pitch. Almora hits that one down into right field. That's going to be a base hit for Almora as the right fielder plays it on a hop. Tauschman will now bat with Almora in first and 2 outs. First pitch to Tauschman, and Almora's running. He slides into second, and he is safe. Good awareness there by Almora. He very much stole that base on the pitcher. Paddock just totally lost track of him there. So now Tauschman batting with runner on second and 2 outs and an 0-2 count. And Tauschman strikes out looking. That was a fastball at 96, and Tauschman apparently was not looking for the fastball in that situation. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 5-3 Padre lead. Trevor Rosenthal will be the next pitcher for the Cubs. The righty Rosenthal will face switch-hitting Mejia from the left side to lead off the 6th inning. First pitch from Rosenthal. He's looking for the sign. Comes to the plate. Grounder to second. Fletcher has it. Throws to first, and that is out number 1. Paddock will be allowed to bat for himself in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out, nobody on base. 1-0 count to Paddock. Popped up to the right side. Hayward coming in. He's going to field that in short right field, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Will Myers will be the next batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Padres batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 count to Myers. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Rosenthal retires the Padres in order in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 5-3 Padre lead. Santana will bat for the Cubs. He comes up in the top of the 7th inning, facing Paddock, who has thrown 6 innings so far, 84 pitches. Full count now, and Santana grounds to the right side. Hosmer has it, throws to the pitcher covering first, and Santana's retired for out number 1. Fletcher now the batter. That is going to be the end of the game for Paddock. The Padres are going to bring in Pierce Johnson to relieve Paddock here with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Pierce Johnson comes in with 20 1/3 innings thrown, 7 walks to 21 strikeouts, and a 6.64 ERA. Fletcher will lead off for the Cubs against Johnson with 1 out and nobody on base. 2-2 pitch to Fletcher. Johnson looking in, getting the sign. Here's the pitch. That is popped up to left. It is deep, but it is not deep enough. And the left fielder Myers makes that catch just shy of the warning track for out number 2. Chris Bryant will now bat against Pierce Johnson with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 count to Bryant. Grounder to the left side. The third baseman Machado has it, throws to first, and the Cubs are retired in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-3 Padre lead. Rosenthal will begin his 2nd inning of work. He will face Profar, Tatis, and Machado here in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 count. Rosenthal with the pitch. Popped up to left off the end of the bat, and Happ has it for out number 1. Tatis will bat now with 1 out and nobody on. 2-2 pitch to Tatis. Here it comes. Grounder to short. Baez has it. Throws over to first. That is out number 2. Machado now will come into bat. He will face a new Cub reliever, Sam Tui, or Sammy T, whichever you like better. Machado with a 3-1 count, looking for the pitch. That is ball 4 low. Machado is going to head down to first with a free pass. And now Grisham will be the batter. Grisham batting with 2 outs, runner on first, 2-1 count. Ground ball to Bryant. He has it, throws quickly to first, and retires Grisham for out number 3. The Padres do not score in the bottom of the 7th inning. They do strand a runner, and now we go to the top of the 8th of a 5-3 Padre lead. Javier Baez will lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 8th inning. Baez batting with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Baez hits it to right field. The right fielder was out of position for that. He was playing more in right center. And Baez gets a single to lead off the Cubs half of the 8th. Good job by Baez. Second time in this series he's really hit the ball against the shift and got a base hit for his trouble. Contreras now the batter. 2-1 count to Contreras. And Contreras grounds to short. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and the Cubs ground into their 535th ground ball double play of the season. Ian Happ now the batter. Batting from the left side, the switch hitter Happ against the righty Pierce Johnson with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 count to Happ. Happ strikes out looking. The Cubs are retired in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-3, Padre lead. Sammy T is going to continue to pitch for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 8th. He will face Hosmer, Markakis, Mejia, and if anybody gets on, the pitcher's spot will come up. 2-2 count to Hosmer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is out number 1. Markakis, the next batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch to Markakis. That is hit to left. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Happ fields on a bounce. Gets it back in quickly to hold Markakis to a single. And that will prompt Cub manager David Ross to make a pitching change. Ian Kennedy is now going to come in to pitch for the Cubs. He is at 15 2/3 innings this season, 4 walks against 19 strikeouts, and a 4.60 ERA. He comes in with 1 out, runner on first. The runner on first, Markakis, is actually Tui's responsibility. And here's the first pitch from Kennedy. Looking for the side. He comes to the plate. And that is a steal attempt. Contreras throws down to second, but the throw is late. Markakis steals base number 2. And runners continue to have free reign against Contreras. He has just not been effective throwing out base runners in stealing situations this year. Mejia now with a 2-2 count, 1 out, and he pops it up to left. Happ heading over, makes the catch, and fires it back into the cutoff man. The runner Markakis is not able to advance. That is out number 2. And now Tommy Pham will bat with 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch, and they're going to intentionally walk Pham. They're going to intentionally walk him, and that will bring up Will Myers. Will Myers will bat with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Full count to Myers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is out number 3 for the Padres in the 8th inning. They strand 2 runners. We go to the top of the 9th. 5-3 Padres lead, and Yates comes in for the 3rd time in this series. Yates is going to be looking for a save in the 9th inning. Hayward coming in with a 3-0 count, standing in against Yates. Here comes the pitch. That is inside, ball 4. Hayward heads down to first with a walk. And now Almora will be the batter. That is only the third walk this season that has been issued by Yates in 18 and a third innings thrown. Almora will bat with nobody out, runner on first, and a 2-2 count to Almora. There is a weakly hit ground ball. No chance for the double play, and Almora actually beats out the infield single. Profar did not get a clean handle on that. They're going to credit Almora with an infield single, and Kipnis will be the batter. He is pinch hitting for the number 9 spot, standing in against Yates. Kipnis is 12 for 42 this year with 3 home runs. He is batting with nobody out, runners on first and second, and the Cubs trying again to come back in this game. 2-2 count to Kipnis. Here's the pitch. Kipnis swings and misses on strike 3. Yates records the first out in the 9th inning. And now, the Padres are actually going to change pitchers. They're going to bring in Emilio Pagan to pitch to Santana with 1 out, runners on first and second. Pagan has thrown 20 and 2/3 innings. He has allowed 3 walks versus 29 strikeouts with a 6.10 ERA. So, Pagan, with a full count, throwing to Santana. That is low. That is ball 4. And the Cubs have loaded the bases. Hayward advances to third. Almora to second. Santana's on first with the walk. And David Fletcher will be the next batter for the Cubs. He comes up in a critical situation in the top of the 9th inning. Fletcher trying to help the Cubs get back in this game. 1 ball count. Here's the pitch. Fletcher hits it hard, but right at the third baseman. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and the Cubs are retired on the double play ground ball. That will end the game. The Cubs squander yet another scoring opportunity here in the top of the 9th inning. Yates is credited with the save. The Cubs score 3 runs on 11 hits with 1 error. Padres got 5 runs on only 4 hits. A very efficient day for them in the win. The player of the game is Tatis, who I believe Tatis hit the 10th home run of the year in the first inning with 2 men on against John Lester. Yes. So Paddock gets the win. He goes to 4-1, 6 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs all earned, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run allowed. Lester gets the loss. He drops to 1-7. He allows 3 hits in 4 innings with 3 walks, 4 runs, but only 2 of which were earned due to the error by Santana. 2 home runs allowed in the game. And Lester does manage to maintain that ERA above 6 in this game. So the Cubs dropped to 23-25. They dropped 3 out of 4 in San Diego to start this road trip. The Padres improved to 25-22. Thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.